Alright, so now that we got our metal cleaned up and cut, we have two 2-inch by 4-inch pieces of metal. And we cleaned up both sides. This is the side that was uncut. We cleaned that up, and we just cleaned the stuff off the cut side. So we're still able to see that cut. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a butt weld. And I want the butt weld made with the two uncut sides, so we'll be able to grade your cut on that. This pad is all cleaned up on this side, ready to do your pad with the stick welder. This side, the center of it's cleaned up to do your T-weld. With this, after you get done, you'll do your T-weld right on top of that right there. So we'll start with doing our butt weld. So the first thing we want to do is make sure our welders are on and properly set. So we come over, make sure our argon CO2 is on. That one is going to this welder here, so that's properly on. We got 15 pounds of pressure there. So we take this metal. This metal is about 3/16. So we open this up here. We can get our setting. We go up here. We have 2575. We're welding with 3/0 wire. So come across here. We'll find where it says 3/16. And 3/16 actually has an asterisk there, so we'll go back to 8 because we're going to go 10 and 75. So crank this all the way up because the 3/16 is about the limit of this welder. So, but we're not looking for real good penetration and strong welds. We're just looking to be able to lay a really good bead here. So we'll crank this up. We got 75 on our wire speed. We'll bump that up a little bit because we are welding a little bit thicker. So we'll go, I would say about 10 and 80. That's going to up our amperage a little bit there. So we'll lay these down on our table. Make sure the cut edge is out here. We'll get a flat spot where there's no weld on here. So our cut edge is out. And we have them laid on the table right now, and both of our uncut edges are lined up. We need to take our ground clamp, get it off here, and the easiest thing to do, make sure that wire is going against the metal we're welding there, just so we make sure we get a good ground. Clamp that piece right down there. I got my weld coat on. I got one glove on. I can't use the lead for me doesn't work real well with the gloves, so in this case you're probably all right. If you want to wear a glove, that's fine. If you have a little lighter glove, that works better sometimes as well. So we check our tip. Our tip is fairly clean. Our wires stick out right now, is a little long, so we'll want to make sure that gets burned off before we start. Reach back here, we'll turn our welder on. So we'll go ahead. What I'm going to do first is to keep this all from warping on me. I'm going to just do 3 tack welds, and then I'll flip this over, and then I'll do my full butt weld on here. So I'll start. I'll make sure these are lined up on the edges. I'll hold this one tight so it's flat. I'm going to put this on first though. I got the most important part. I got my welding helmet, auto dimming helmet. So I'll put this down. I'll start by lining these up. Make sure they're lined up. Give a little pressure down there. Just do a couple little tacks in the corner there. That'll keep that from warping. And I'll flip that over, and we got a nice clean side there to do our butt weld on. So clamp that corner down. With those welds on the back now, this won't tend to fold up, so we can do a nice long bead right down through there. So we'll start back here. Nothing like the sound of frying bacon in the morning. So our ground's off. Hang our lead back up. We'll find a pair of pliers to pick that up with so we don't burn our gloves up. I got a pair of vice grips here. Grab that so we're not burning our gloves. Alright, so got it cooled down. So there's what we want to have when we're all done. We wanted just a nice butt weld, and our plate had very, very little deflection in it because of those 2 tacks that we put on the back corner. So just 1-2 tacks there kept that weld from folding right up on us. Had we not put those tacks on there and we did that full weld, this would have folded right up and curved right around on us, so we don't want that. Because our next step, after we had our pad built on here, if you already have it built, then you can start right into this step, flip it over, and on the back, we'll put a speed square on here, and I want this marked off so we get this exactly in the center, and we'll do a T-weld right to the back of that pad. So when we're done, we'll have our pad built on here with the stick welder, and our T-weld will be right on the back here, perfectly centered and squared up on that plate. And we want to make sure it's square, so we'll go over that in the next step.